Coming to you from Little Rock, Arkansas, welcome to Sips on the Rock with Legacy Wine and Spirits. Join hosts and store owners Johnny Akins and David Bevins, along with product expert extraordinaire Jake Dell, as we chat about booze, news, and other happenings in the wide world of wine and spirits. Now, let's get to sipping.
Hello, all. Welcome back to Sips on the Rock.
Howdy.
Hello.
So again, sorry if you're able to catch us today on the live Facebook show. That's great. We had to have an unscheduled day again today because of scheduling conflicts. So that may or may not happen, throughout the holidays. Of course, it's gonna be crazy for us, but we will always drop our podcast on Tuesdays, every Tuesday. And speaking of the podcast, I just want to remind everybody: be sure that you go out to wherever you get your podcasts and subscribe to Sips on the Rock. We like to know who all is listening out there.
Like the Sips on the Rock Facebook page, like the Legacy page. Share with your friends and family.
Yep.
Because boy, do we have a treat today for anybody following along close.
Oh yeah.
We
like to reward our
later in the show, but
throngs of loyal followers.
All right, today is Easter egg day, so stay tuned until the end of the show. Our tens of followers.
We do love you guys, and we do appreciate the people that are paying attention. We do this for fun, but
it's nice to know that somebody out there is listening.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
So we're going to be all over the map today. We're going to talk about wine. We're going to talk about spirits. We're going to talk about the Festival of Darkness that we all attended at Lost 40. It was amazing.
So much fun.
10 out of 10.
Yeah. If you guys
would recommend,
if you didn't get tickets, or if you've never been to Festival of Darkness, I highly recommend it. It was an amazing event. I have to applaud them for putting together such a good production.
We said it during the day. We all went together, a little work field trip, but every year they get better there, and they're perfecting it, and it's so awesome. They changed the setup a little bit this year. It was really fun.
Yeah, it was live music, big stage, big production, lots of other beer vendors. It was so great.
Yeah,
good
it was
food.
Our first time to go down there, and definitely worth it.
Yeah, we'll be annual event ticket holders, I'm sure. Yeah. Now that we've been once, we know better not to miss it again.
But yeah, and some of the costumes were great.
Rocktown had the couch from Beetlejuice.
It was crazy good.
So wish you could flash a picture of that.
Phil Brandon, he and his Rocktown team were there. They had an amazing setup of Beetlejuice. He was Beetlejuice, and they had the girl on the couch with the legs. And
poor girl, I never saw her out on the couch.
I know, to go pee or something.
Maybe she had a little
bedpan.
Bedpan underneath. She did seem like she was there for quite a long time.
Great costume, but horrible for mobility.
Yeah. And I was wondering if she's sitting Indian style on there, under there. She's sitting on her knees. I mean, that's got to be uncomfortable after a while. But it was
good job, Rocktown.
Good job, Rocktown. It was a great costume,
and great job, Lost 40 for such a wonderful event.
Yeah,
lots and lots of fun. So, what were some of your favorites that you tried down there?
Well, I mean,
Nighty Night aside.
Listen, Nighty Night was had to be the star of the show. They had their new releases out of
all the variants, vanilla, hazelnut, chocolate, coffee,
really good stuff. Of course, Ozark was there, and one of my favorites, the BDCS.
You're getting there. Look at you, learning the name and everything.
Act like I work here or something.
Which I'm telling you, we'll do a little deeper dive on that beer in an episode coming up soon, because I'm a big fan.
Yeah, it was
tremendous. So many good beers, and like our followers know that. I mean, that's right up my alley. I mean, that is my sweet spot. Those big heavy stouts.
So which one of the Lost 40 variants was your favorite? Did you try them all, or?
I didn't try them all there. Luckily, we got some bottles. We got some packs, so I will have them at some point. But I love the vanilla.
Yeah, vanilla
really Nighty Night.
Yeah,
and you had the hazelnut,
the chocolate hazelnut s'more. Yeah, delicious.
Yeah, all good stuff. It was a good time. Good beer. Just,
It was. In the entertainment, that chick doing
that chick,
Rachel Emmons.
Yeah, Rachel Emmons was awesome. I've never seen her before. Jake said he's seen her, I think, at Whitewater before.
Sure, yeah, a few times.
And I was just enamored by her.
Johnny saw her bring out the banjo, and he was like, "Oh boy!"
I was like a little girl just screaming.
But she's so cool. She does the one-man band thing where one foot is on a kick drum, the other foot is on a snare drum, and so she plays drums while she plays guitar and sings, and
amazing.
She's got hair down past her knees,
which
and
is
she's
another
flinging
thing.
all around.
Yeah, she's got like this crystal gale hair that's like all the way down her knees. It's I've never seen anything like her in
quite a show. Quite a show.
Yeah, she's really awesome. So yeah, kudos to that one.
Okay, so we have been this is episode 11. We're 11 in so far, and we apologize, but we started during Bourbon Heritage Month, and then we rolled into Oktoberfest. So we've been very bourbon and beer heavy thus far. We've talked a little bit of wine, but today we're going to talk a little bit more about some Pinot Noir.
Yeah, going into the holidays, I think it's important that we kind of put some focus on some wine, and because we've got a lot of wine lovers out there. We've had to neglect them just because of the circumstances of the.
I mean, we love beer and bourbon, but we also love our grape juice.
Mm-hmm. There's so many thousands of different things to talk about. We'll get to everything.
Right. Yeah.
You got to stretch out some content.
Yeah.
So let's start off on Pinot Noir.
Yeah, I feel like this is a good grape to talk about now because we are in the short window of fall that we get before winter comes all the way and it's 30 degrees, as happens here in Arkansas, because it is kind of that lighter end of the red wine spectrum. Mm-hmm. And so it's a good transition from the hot months of drinking white wine, maybe rosé season out there, moving into red wines before you get into your thick tongue, teeth coating cabs and stuff for the super cold months. Pinot Noir as a category, what is it? It's behind probably Cab and Chard for us. If
just
you were to
behind,
break down,
yeah. I think Cab's number one, then white wine Chardonnay, Pinot Noir. So.
But Meiomi Pinot Noir, I'm sure everybody out there knows that's it. It bounces around with being one of our number one selling wines in the store. Yeah, for sure, all the time, year round,
heavy hitter.
Yeah. So we didn't open any Pinot Noir today, but we have a few here to talk about. Obviously, there's a rosé there on the end. That's a very popular varietal to do rosé with. And then we have a French and a Californian Pinot Noir. The Dairyman from Belglas, who makes Meiomi or used to.
Yeah, he sold Meiomi.
Right.
He first made it Joe Wagner.
Yeah, Wagner. That's
and then Wagner family's 6 generations in winemaking. Camus, Quilt. I mean, the huge
stuff. Yeah.
So he created Meiomi and then
sold it
for just an astronomical amount of money.
Yeah. Bless his heart.
And went on to
and now he's created a new one. Yeah. The Triap.
And
the Bowen Triap.
These lovely Belglas. It's a really, really good wine. There's Clark and Telephone, Dairyman, Las Alturas.
Expressions of different areas of growing regions in California that have vastly different flavor profiles, even within obviously using the same grape, which we've talked about before. We'll talk about more, I'm sure, at length. Soil and climate is so important when it comes to winemaking. Mm-hmm. A little anecdote tagline I like to say that I heard years ago is that beer is made by the hand of man, wine is made by the hand of God, because you can't control what the weather's going to do. Right. You know, the climate, the soil. I mean, frosts, fires, all sorts of crazy stuff can happen that winemakers kind of have to roll with it to an extent. Of course, you have people getting paid lots of money who are blending different batches and, different grapes from different plots, then buying grapes from other people and all sorts of stuff like that. And so there's still a lot of work that goes on the back end. But again, you got to hope for the best sometimes. Just cross your fingers that you're going to have
control the weather. I mean,
it's farming, at the end of the day. It's,
with anything else, but these vines, it's not like they regrow every year. I mean, these vines they have to take care of them. They're there to, keep producing each year, and
decades.
It's not like they're planting new corn every year.
Right. Yeah. You can't just have a bad year and just scrap it and start over.
Just start over again.
They have to be pampered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Labor of love.
And the most famous region for Pinot Noir historically, Burgundy.
Yep.
Also, David had said when we were coming on that if you venture into the French section, if you're brave enough to go over there,
Right.
especially on your own without one of our wine specialists here at Legacy, we talk about how there's so much to learn all the time, blah, blah. But, France is like Italy, which I know we've talked about too, where sometimes it's not going to have the varietal on the label. So you're just going to be able to look and go, well, it's red or it's white. That's all you got. But Bourgogne, whenever you see that, 99.9% chance it's red wine. It's going to be Pinot Noir. That's what they do. That's Burgundy does Pinot Noir, and they do Chardonnay. They do a few other things, but they're mostly known for the red Pinot Noir, white Chardonnay. Chablis, you're going to see that. It's a subregion of Burgundy that's Chablis is Chard. Burgundy is Pinot Noir. Some of the most expensive wines in the world come from Burgundy. That's kind of the two-headed monster. You got your Bordeaux's and your Burgundies. And as far as French reds, we're talking tens of thousands of dollars for bottles of old vintages.
Which is just as always amazing.
Yeah. Premier Cru stuff and Montrachet and all of those famous houses that have been around for a long, long time. That only a few people in the world are lucky enough or rich enough to be able to try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I would ever taste a glass of wine and say, I bet this is a $10,000 glass of wine. This tastes that good.
I mean, I would not turn it down.
Right,
I wouldn't
right.
I would not buy it myself.
But at some point, you couldn't know the difference between a $300 bottle and a $30,000.
Right, yeah.
$30,000.
Yeah.
So, also I was reading, it is, they're calling it a super season in Burgundy this year. So when the 22s are released on the shelf, probably
make a mental note.
24.
Yeah. End of 23,
this is supposed to be a spectacular year for Burgundy and also Sauternes as well. So temperature, climate, rainfall, all that you were just talking about, the weather.
Everything's just worked out in their favor.
Yeah.
Yeah. People, you'll hear of good years for certain regions and bad years. And that's kind of how they're graded and valued, years later.
The wine industry needs it because they have taken a big hit with fires and droughts, and it seems like everybody's just kind of fighting
on top of a pandemic.
Perhaps maybe we'll even get a good Beaujolais Nouveau this year. Yeah. We'll wait and see about that. Have we even seen that pre-order yet?
Yeah. We didn't order too much because last year it did not do too well.
It's so hit or miss with that one.
It is hit or miss, but it's a kind of a big deal. For those of you that don't know about the George Dubouf,
it's a big one. Yeah.
Beaujolais, it only comes out once a year, and you're supposed to drink it. And
that's the second week in November, isn't that right?
Yeah.
We can't literally they'll come slap us in the face if we sell it before.
Yeah. There's a certain day even if we have it in the store, we
can't
Bourbon
County on Black Friday.
Right. We cannot sell it until until the actual release date because it's just a no, and
it's just how it's done.
Yep. And then it's a short life. And it's not an aged wine. It's something you're supposed to drink quickly.
Right. It's the thing. It's the first wine of the season.
I think it's
fruity.
An official rule. It's supposed to be drank by New Year's.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Ideally.
You don't want to hang on to them for too long.
So anyway, back to Pinot a little bit. I put a can up here, just to show variety of sizes. And
if y'all don't know, canned wine is a thing.
It is a thing. I'm actually glad you brought one of these out because a lot of people don't know. And I think Oregon the one that's they mostly doing the canned wines.
Yeah, we see a lot of the Oregon wine companies doing cans,
which is also a spectacular region for growing Pinot.
Yeah, yeah.
So, believe it or not, there's actually really good juice in that can, and it travels. Out
on the lake, at the pool.
Exactly. So
chuck one to your buddy in the hot tub.
That's right. Exactly.
Shotgun a can of wine,
ladies, in your purse at the movie theater.
Exactly.
We did call those little 500 Boda minis. Those are movie wines.
Yeah. So don't forget to check those the can wines out because they actually are really good.
Yeah. Well, and just Pinot in general.
Yeah.
One of my top, nostalgic, because that's kind of what I eased into reds with.
I was like that too. I think most people do because it's lighter bodied and low in perceived kind of tannic, stuff going on. a lot of them are fruit forward, especially in your warm climate, your California stuff. That's why Mayomi's so popular, is because you don't get a ton of barrel character. You don't get a ton of the tannin to, make your mouth feel all fuzzy. It's light and it's refreshing for a red, and you get big, bright cherry flavors a lot of the time, strawberry, the classic red fruits without a bunch of bogged down, earthy, heavy spice kind of stuff.
It kind of fits everybody's palates, which is why.
It's kind of like, I don't know, what would you put it? Like, of course, my mind goes to like, what kind of beer could I compare it to? Well, like something like an amber ale or a brown ale, that's kind of dip your toe into the dark stuff, the red wine, or
if Chardonnay were Miller Lite,
right,
or a Pilsner, or a good Pilsner,
Pilsner,
yeah.
I could see that. Just something not real heavy and mind blowing,
just very drinkable,
palate blowing, I guess.
And it does depend on where it's come from. Obviously, we'll probably say that 10 times, but because some people's foray into red wine, they want the red blend that's maybe Merlot heavy, that's like super ripe fruit, and just juicy almost, where Pinot, you might not get that. You're going to get those red fruit flavors, but it's not as super juiced. It's still dry.
Right.
Yeah.
And, it's funny because consumer habits go through reoccurring stages.
Sure.
Merlot was hot, then it wasn't, then it came back. Pinot's hot right now. It's just crazy. But it also is year by year specific.
Right.
It is.
It is
something random like a movie can influence, some pop culture thing. You never know. Some trends could come on TikTok where somebody's just pouring Pinot Noir everywhere. Who knows?
And then we're
because everybody's coming in to get those dang moonshine pickles because of something going around on Instagram.
Yep. And we couldn't keep them in. They're going so fast. We had no idea. There's certain things like that happen. And everybody starts coming in and asking about them all at one time.
And like weird stuff.
We just happen
Taylor
to miss
Port.
that TikTok.
There's like Taylor Port's on TikTok right now. And so like we can't keep Taylor Port in stock. It's like it's been around forever.
Right.
It's certainly not a new product, but like I guess it's so old. A lot of the younger generation had never known anything about it. It's on TikTok, and suddenly
all of a sudden it's popular.
Yeah. So I think someone was saying, just because it's so high in alcohol content,
right?
It's like,
without being
you messed up.
Oh gosh, oh gosh, kids these days.
Kids, I know. I was never that kid.
Couldn't be us looking for the high alcohol beers at the festival.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
There's one that was 17,
15.
No, that
because I know Grey Raft had the 15% one.
Yeah,
there was.
That's what I'm
I
thinking.
think that was the highest one. Grey Raft was 15.
Yeah.
Again,
there was a lot of high alcohol stuff there, and I got chided by a gentleman. I walked up to the Bearded Iris table, which I love that brewery, and I see he's got 2 giant tubs of one beer. Don't want to knock him for that. A lot of the breweries brought 3 beers. That's kind of the standard thing. But I'm like, oh, it's a stout. I'm like, man, I love the IPAs. Y'all didn't bring any IPAs? He's like, it's the Festival of Darkness. I was like, excuse me. You can bring an IPA and some dark beers. Some other tents got. I'm like, I'll take some of the stout, please, though.
Yeah. There were many other breweries there that had some lighter beers.
Yeah.
It wasn't just all dark beers.
Just a caveat, I was with Jake at that table when he got chided. The Bearded Irish Stout was good.
Oh, super good. Super good. Yeah. I did not turn my nose up and walk away. I still got some. And I was like, excuse me.
I say good day.
Yeah.
I say good day.
So we wrote down so many things to talk about, and we're already over halfway through. So let's run through breathalyzers. Some cannabis company is creating a new touchless breathalyzer. There's been years and years of talks about the car manufacturers in the States incorporating breathalyzers into new production vehicles,
which is amazing to me.
Yeah, it's like some type of behind the steering column mount thing. So I don't know how that's going to work out with if you're the DD and your passengers reeking of booze. Are you going to be able to start your car or not? I don't know.
Sure it's years away from.
It just automatically calls you an Uber.
Right. As Rachel says, stick a pin in that.
Yeah, stick a pin in that.
We'll come back to
I've
that.
never even heard of a marijuana breathalyzer.
Well, it's a new thing.
Right. Yeah. Far cry from the P test.
Right. Fake IDs.
On the rise, it seems like.
You little snot-nosed brats. Keep coming in. We'll keep taking them. We've got quite the collection.
We got a wall of pelts.
I mean, look, we were there at one point in time, kids. Don't think that we weren't, but you're not going to get one over on us.
That's right.
We are watching.
Yeah, they're so good these days, but we have a foolproof way of.
Because now you can order them on the internet, right?
Yeah,
That's what. Yeah.
So just we're seeing lots of Mississippi fake IDs just to let
fellow industry folks
be watching for those Mississippi IDs. If they look young, put a black light on it.
All right, get yourself a black light.
Yeah.
And
it really makes the hologram look fake.
It does.
Right?
Well, there's things that appear under black light.
Right.
That,
right.
Yeah, like the new driver's license has your
picture,
and your birth date.
Yeah.
That you can't see under regular light.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So and we keep them. Like someone comes in with the fake, we keep the thing.
Yeah, we have a collection. We're gonna
tell your parents to come get it.
We're gonna make a collage photo to put behind the registers and make an example out of everybody. So
little brats.
Little brats. I know we were never there. We never did that.
I never did. So a new category classification coming out. Bee friendly for bee friendly crops harvesting.
I love
not killing off all the bees because once the bees are gone, apparently we're all going to be dead.
We're all screwed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So another thing, along with your organic, vegan, non-GMO, gluten-free, now there's bee friendly.
It's going to be taking up the whole label.
Wow.
But I love it. We are a pro bee podcast.
Yeah, right.
Pro bee and dolphin friendly.
It's not fun to get chased around by a bee or one flies in your face, but you got to be like, hey, I respect what you're doing here. Just move along.
Just you respect my space.
Yeah. I mean, just if a bee flies around me right now, you're going to think I'm having a seizure because I'm definitely afraid of them. But I don't want them to go away.
Don't want to kill them.
Don't want to kill them.
Yeah. I read that on, it was particularly a food article, but I suspect it will tie over into our industry.
That always happens. Something will make its way into food first and then trickle down to alcohol.
So you guys have seen, you can maybe help me think of some examples of, on speaking of social media and all the memes that are out there. I keep seeing all these memes of all these fake RTDs and liqueurs and stuff like that.
Right, the Oscar Mayer seltzer, bologna seltzer.
Yeah, bologna. And I keep seeing these, and of course in my mind I'm thinking, because everybody wants it to be in the RTD, which is ready to drink, or the
pre-made
seltzer business.
Seltzer,
it seems like everybody's trying to do it, and so I saw this one online at some point in time and thought, this has got to be fake too. But here,
and lo and behold,
it is at our store.
Eggo
Nog. Kellogg's Eggo Nog. It's actually made by Sugarlands Distilling. I have not tried this yet. I'm super excited to, but I just thought it was funny because I thought this has got to be one of those Oscar Mayer things, right? where it can't be real.
The one that made its rounds a few years ago, I see it pop up every now and then. And I, as the beer guy in my family and circle of friends, will get texts or calls or get tagged on Facebook. Stone, do you remember this, David? They put out a fake commercial where they said they brewed a beer infused with helium. And they would drink it, and their voices would get on the beer. And people would be like, are y'all getting this? Is Arkansas getting this? And I had to be like, it's impossible. Helium's not water soluble, not liquid soluble. It is physically, scientifically impossible, man. But I saw them do it. I saw the commercial. You were tricked by the internet, sir. That was a fun one.
Oh, I do remember that one. That's funny. Silly kids.
So yeah, Eggo Nog. We're gonna actually go over the all the eggnogs and stuff in a later episode when we get closer to the holidays.
In December, we'll do an eggnog
we'll
lineup.
do a little sampling and let you know what we think is our eggnog of the year, our favorite choice.
We'll have to make some kind of trophy or ribbon or something.
Yeah, and speaking of new products, I think on a previous episode that I mentioned that we had tried these whip shots, these 10% alcohol vodka
Cardi B
whip shots. whipped cream in a can, which is amazing. I mean, all three of them were so good. We did get them in like we promised, but they've all sold out. So they'll be coming back soon. We'll try to get
and there's going to be a new flavor already, peppermint.
Oh, really?
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah,
wow.
Right.
I can't wait to try
yeah.
that.
So as soon as our distributor has them back in stock, we'll be getting them back.
So keep an eye on our website, LegacyLR.
But I do have a word of warning.
Don't turn. Yeah,
you've got to dispense it correctly, or you're going to expel all the gas and be left with half the product still in the can that you cannot get out.
Yeah, without a knife.
Well, I do not recommend.
Yeah.
I do not recommend puncturing the can.
Yeah, let's not. Yeah, don't try this at home.
Jay-Z and Bacardi are breaking up. He wants to sell his share of Douce. Get out of the. Is it? Can you call it a brandy?
It's cognac.
Cognac.
It's cognac.
Yeah, he wants to get out of his contract.
Is that him and Ludacris? Right? Did you?
I think it was just Jay-Z and Bacardi.
Oh,
I don't know if Ludacris was in that.
I wonder what the story is behind that.
So like last week, I read an article where he was kind of like maybe trying to sue them for. He didn't think that they were being 100% forthcoming with figures and whatnot, and now this week he just wants out completely.
It all tracks back to the money.
Oh yeah, that's
all the time.
Isn't that what makes the world go
right?
round?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Circle K in Florida is going to start selling marijuana.
oh my gosh, I heard that. So crazy.
I mean,
Circle K.
I don't know what to say about it.
That's right. I don't know if there's anything you can say because
it's a gas station, right? Or is it a convenience store?
Circle K is a convenience store.
Right, okay. But not a gas station chain.
No,
they sell
Circle
gas
K.
here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't
So,
remember.
I mean, like, I mean, I'm all for free market, but, I mean, if they can sell pot, I want to be able to sell it.
Right. Free is free.
Right? I mean, come on.
All right. So, listen, I know we were going to try to focus on wine. We got off a little bit on beer. We're going to talk more about wine, I promise. But we do have a whiskey that we want to talk about today because we got a new barrel in. So, Jake, why don't you tell them about this new whiskey we just got?
Keeps happening, right? They keep coming. We got another barrel pick. Town Branch is the brand. Bottle right there with an awesome little glass top that I love.
It's a really cool bottle.
Great looking bottle. Yeah, this is our barrel pick from them. They are the first distillery to open up in Lexington, Kentucky after Prohibition.
Oh, wow.
Lexington, Kentucky, pretty famous whiskey
kind of heard from
yeah.
So that's their fun little claim to fame. But also the cool thing with them is they are the producers of Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Ale, which is far and away the number one selling bourbon barrel aged beer in the country. And if I remember right, when he was in here, it says like the 5th or 6th craft beer SKU in the country, like 6-pack in the country, which was crazy. Wow. We've gotten questions about that forever, and we finally got it in. It's really good stuff. It's a bourbon barrel aged beer that's not a stout. It's a lighter, again, kind of amber ale. It's really good. But this barrel pick, they're doing tons of them. They talked about their barrel program being one of the biggest in the country as far as how many they're pushing out there.
Nice.
So they are afforded the ability to kind of kick some bad, I don't want to say bad stuff, but some stuff that's not up to their level of quality to the curb and not put it in their barrel program. So you get some really, really good barrel selections. He had like 7 or 8 different samples, which is more than a lot of the companies will come through with. And we picked one that we really liked. This bottle's been open for a couple weeks now.
Yeah.
It's drinking really good.
That's available at the tasting bar, of course.
It's one of the softer ones I feel like we picked. We had started off the show with so many that were 110 proof, 115 proof.
Well, and this one's really interesting. I remember I tasted this downstairs with JR, and the notes in this were just unlike most that we've had, at least here recently. Like I got plum, and he was saying or red apple, and just notes you don't normally get with a.
What's the ABV on this one?
106 proof, so it's 53. So it's high.
Bottle cost
I think it's one of the cheaper ones. We probably should have come with that info, but I think it's like $55, somewhere around there.
In the $50 range.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's good stuff. And
I get a lot of cinnamon in this one.
I do. I was just thinking, I haven't tasted this in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It's changed, definitely.
Well, it's available at the tasting bar at Legacy, so please come in. Feel free to sample that and other barrel picks that we have in the store.
I think we ran out of the Elijah Craig, didn't we?
Oh,
Elijah's gone.
I'm not surprised.
That one went pretty quickly.
We're having more coming to replace the ones they're selling.
We do. We got. We still have more barrel picks coming in during this holiday season, so keep your eyes and ears open for that.
And I mean, this is the season to do it. It's not like if people out there thinking we're going to talk about a barrel pick every episode.
No.
Once January hits, we're probably not going to be having any more
barrel
coming
pick
through. So then we'll really start focusing on wine and stuff, and make our way through the cordial aisle into an episode about Amaros.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No,
Drink a shot of that nasty stuff.
Root tonic. So much stuff that we're going to get to. It's.
So big holiday this weekend, Halloween.
Halloween's coming up. Everybody be safe.
Y'all don't know, it's happening.
Yep.
Jake, what are you going to be for Halloween?
My lovely wife Zoe and I are going to be Fox Mulder and Dana Scully from the X-Files.
Nice.
She got,
Very cool.
She has a government job, and so she has the little badge things, and so she printed out some FBI, the little picture badges they have, and it's really all you got to do. Besides, I'll be in a suit and she'll be in a little business, suit and
pants.
So y'all go out for the and do something on the weekend, obviously. But I think Halloween falls on Monday.
Yeah.
So I guess trick or treating is gonna be done on Monday, or will it be done on Sunday?
She was the same way. I think it's like, no matter what day it is, that's when the kids are there. They don't like party like adults. Like, oh, we got to go trick or treating because it's on a Tuesday this year. It's no, Halloween is Halloween.
Maybe they didn't want to have candy hangovers before school the next day. I don't know.
Our neighborhood has tons of kids, and we love it. We're excited about handing out candy. Last year, we were still coming out of COVID, and so us and a few other neighbors, we posted up folding chairs in the yards and had bowls of candy, so they didn't have to be coming all the way to the house and masking up. We're outside and
throw candy at them like you're in a parade.
Right? Yeah. so it was fun, but there's tons of kids in our neighborhood, so it'll be a busy night for us.
That would be kind of funny, kind of an opposite of a parade. If all the kids lined up in the middle of the street, the parents on the sides throwing candy at the parade, as opposed to the parade throwing candy at the crowd.
Right? Exactly. Well, everybody have a safe and fun Halloween.
Get your alcohol delivery in.
Deliveries in. We'll bring it to you. Don't worry. LegacyLR.com.
So have our drivers in costumes, maybe.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Yeah,
I'll run it by them.
Yeah, we'll run it by you. See what happens. Yeah,
a little hat.
Nothing too scary,
right?
Yeah.
If
scare all those children with fake IDs. They're trying to order.
Exactly.
Are we going to allow people in the store this weekend wearing Halloween masks?
It's not ideal. It's not ideal.
I would not suggest wearing a Halloween mask in the store.
I wouldn't go into a liquor store with a Halloween mask on. It's kind of frowned upon. They like to see your face.
I say, go by the bank rules.
Yeah,
right. Pretend we're a bank.
Yeah,
no hoods, no masks.
All right, folks, we got to get off here. We're running a little bit behind. We did have a lot of things we were going to talk about, but we're just going to roll it over into the next episode. Speaking of which, next episode will be regular Thursday, 4 o'clock. Oh, sorry. Thursday, 2 o'clock, and we'll see you guys then.
We'll see y'all in November.
Yep.
Thanks, everybody.
Take care.
Keep on sipping.
Keep sipping.
Remember to subscribe to our podcast, Sips on the Rock, and like us on all the socials to keep up with what's new in the wide world of alcohol. Shop LegacyLR.com for curbside pickup or local delivery. Remember, for better service and better selection, shop local. Please enjoy responsibly. Cheers.